sharp turn. But anyway, I'm gonna share a conversation, a good conversation. So, me personally, let me start off with this. I try to stay out of the black woman versus black man bullshit because it's not enough honesty in a conversation, so I try to stay out of it.
19 miles ahead, turn left on Georgia 196.
If that makes more sense. So I gotta keep both hands on the steering wheel because it's the police. So, but anyway, I try to keep, you know what I mean? I try to pretty much stay out of it. So I did not know until reading messages and shit like that and getting in arguments and shit like that. You know, and I know there's a firm believer of ain't shit niggas and no good bitches. I just want to be clear. I'm aware of that. You know what I mean? I would never. Listen. I'm never going to correct my tongue to make. You know, you're just not going to change my culture. You know what I mean? What? Period. That's how I feel. Anyway, you know how people used to be like nigga, and they switch it up and be like ninja because of the algorithm. I don't need $1 that bad to just fuck out of here. I don't even want to be a ninja. Shit, that's soft to me. But anyway, so after doing an educated review of what's been going on with the Disney princess, Halle Berry, or whatever her name is, Holly. I'm saying it right. You know, and sometimes I speak on things, and I'm gonna apologize, but sometimes I speak on things without knowing things, because I'm thinking everything's pretty much everything. But after doing the investigation and learning about the baby, and, you know, the pregnancy, no marriage and everything and shit like that and everything, do I think the nigga, I don't even know his name, but do I think he ain't shit? Absolutely, 100%. Do I think this girl's a dumb bitch? No. I think she's dumb, but she's not a dumb bitch. She's gonna turn. If somebody don't save her, she's gonna turn into a dumb bitch. That's what I think. Somebody's gonna. And I'm never wrong about this. But in the fairness of a prior conversation, the one person that's at fault to me is her dad. You raised a sweet, innocent little girl who became a Disney princess. You have to protect her innocence at all costs for the rest of your life. It's not. Listen, that dude is he's a piece of shit. I think so too. You know, hey, you know, I believe. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think that was a time where I'm gonna say this right, because he fucked up, and he fucked up major. There was when a certain dude meets a certain type of woman and he cleans himself up and, you know, go through the struggles and shit like that, especially black people. You know, it could have been the greatest story of black beauty in history if they would have got married. Because yes, he should have married her, and so you're right about that. I did not, like I said, I speak on things I don't know sometimes. But then after doing the investigation, you know, he should have married her. But the thing that seeks me, it's like, yo, where's her dad at? Like, yo, I'm not, and I know there's two of them, right, that don't know nothing about men and everything because they was too busy being sweet and innocent. Man, it should have been a shotgun wedding, period. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you know, at what point are we not, like, to me, the dad's the guilty one, not the mom. Not her mom, but her dad. It's like it should have been a hands down shotgun. Like, yo, do you see what you got right now? You got the first time in a long time black excellence in a beautiful raw form. Nowhere else has this been. And before we corrode this, let's take a step back and understand some shit. Because some OG should have stepped to this dude and said some things and shit like that to him. But the father was like, should have been like, yo, listen, man, if you're not willing to die for this, just move along. You can't. So to me, I blame it on the father. That's how I feel. I'm like, yo, you know, and like, you know, I'm not calling him a sucker, but like, yo, man, if I was in those shoes, and I raised a beautiful spirit to achieve heights of being a Disney princess, you know, a black Disney princess at that. There's rules to this shit that you have to follow, and if anybody comes into the circle, it should have been a punishment it should have been severe punishment. I think dude's doing nothing wrong on a simple fact because he's just he's a dumb nigga that don't know no better. And let me really explain that. Just because I guess he makes tons of money, you know, streaming and shit like that. Just because you got money, that don't make you smart. Let's get that out of people's head right now. In fact, sometimes people give the dummy money to influence the masses, you know. But I'm not hating. Hey, get it how you can get it and do what you can with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just think like my heart, like, yo, man, where's the father? You know what I'm saying? Especially like, yo, that is the, hey, let me talk to you real quick. I know you're spending time with my daughter, but don't fuck this up, nigga. Like, yo, this, you get, and he looks like a dude that get plenty of women. They can do what they want to any type of women. So you don't have to entertain this. You can walk away. This is actually bigger than you. You know, when I was in school, man, there was this girl. She was a church girl, and I was in the 8th grade, and she was in the 9th. And I remember me and my cousin used to call her sister, because, you know, she had a good voice. She was a choir girl and all that. And I really liked this girl. You know what I mean? Back in the day, there was a song called Can We Talk? You know what I mean? By, what's his name? I don't remember. But, you know, I'm old. And I used to try to sing it to her the best I can. As I'm walking in the same direction she's walking to, hoping she can hear me and smile. You know what I mean? That's how rough it was back in the day when it came to macking on women and shit like that, or riz, whatever you call that shit. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But like, to me, like, when you raise something sweet and innocent, you don't let it go. Like, he had to, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, man. He should have, he could have looked in that man's eyes and said, yo, this is my girl. This is my girl. I can. There's people, like, you know, you don't, because to me, everybody did their job in this game and shit like that. Because, like, you know, don't get me wrong. And when I say he did his job, that's because I'm taking it as he's just a piece of shit nigga and he does shit. And this is what piece of shit motherfuckers do. You know what I'm saying? And I, after reading the Come Get My Baby Dad, and it's just like, man, you want to let a beautiful soul turn into an ain't shit bitch. So in my hearts of hearts, after reading, and one thing I don't like that's different to me is that, see, when YouTube, they can't inbox you. TikTok, you get inboxes, and it is what it is. But yeah, to me, he moved as a grease ball. You know what I mean? And you do not. So to be at blame, the only person that's at blame to me is the father. If the father was in her life. You know what I mean? Because there should have been like, yo, hey, yo, if you ain't going to do right, there's certain women. I believe that there's certain people in this world, if you ain't going to do right by them, leave them the fuck alone. And I mean that shit. You can't be like, oh man, I did the best I could and I let the, nah, man, protect yours. So yes, that's how I see it. I just see it as like, yo, she had a weak father. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying he didn't love her, but that nigga was weak. That man was weak because there's no way in hell that should have happened. And two, you know, you look at that dude's circle and you say there's nobody in that circle that he fucks with can say, hey, they care about black people. Because that's the people do not understand how important presentation is. And like there's always a diplomatic way to go about things. But man, man, it should have been at least 10 people like, yo, if you make that move, that's just as bad as snitching. You don't fuck up a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And she's a beautiful girl. To me, she's beautiful. She's very cute. You know, she's beautiful. You know what I mean? But and you see the innocence. And I'm not saying like you can see through other Hollywood, young Hollywood celebrities if they're innocent or not. And you knew that girl was innocent, and you're gonna turn her into something she don't need to be. Even if she was not innocent, you're gonna change her walk. And it's like there was too much at stake right there for her to be for her story to be an ancient baby mama. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I definitely agree with. So I'm gonna agree. I was wrong. I was really wrong. So. Oh, well, I would say this. She needs a strong black woman in the corner because her mom ain't it. She needs, in fact, sometimes, and let me break that down. I think she needs 4 strong black women in her corner because her mom and her sister ain't it. You know, I did my research, and there's that part where it's just like, yo, hey, you know what? Damn, so you know what? This is a fucked up thing. You know what I mean? This is something. See, and something else. Fucked up shit is not supposed to happen when love is in the picture like that. And I'm talking about when, like, I can understand, hey, he lost his job, you know what I mean, he got laid off or something like that. That type of fucked up shit. I don't know if you can see me because the sun's coming down as I'm driving. But yeah, it's but so, and like I said, to me, you know what I mean? He's a fucked up dude. Like, and he's not gonna realize it until it's too late. And he's either gonna have to fight hard to change his ways, or yeah, cause you gotta switch up. You gotta be like, yo, you gotta save her, and not go on a rant, be like, yo, she's going through something I'll never understand. All this other bullshit. I'm not with that shit. That is like, yo. But to me, you know, there's people in this circle that should have been like, yo, if you make this, listen, dog, you gotta do right at this type of time because, like, yo, you can't move like a snake with this type of woman. I'm gonna give her credit and call her that type of woman because, you know, the way she come off, yo, she was more elegant before. Like, you don't want to, like, you know, one thing I tell people is you don't want to fuck somebody and then all of a sudden they're go down. You want to be able to say, hey, yo, I stepped into somebody's life, I did this, and this. Don't be a useless motherfucker in somebody's life. Or don't be the reason why somebody crashed out in somebody's motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, because, but like, you know, to me, I mean, after careful review, you know, it's the father that deserves the ass whooping. And I just feel like the circle, like, come on, dog, you done set people, you done brought slavery back, and you done brought slavery back. That's worse than slavery, man. Just destroying a good woman. We're not supposed to do that as black men. You know what I'm saying? You know, and fuck that DMX shit. Why the good girls love bad guys and shit like that. And I own my shit. But I ain't never fucked him. I never fucked over a good woman. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but I don't know. After doing careful review, taking a few days to think about it, it's the father that deserves, like, yo, you allow that to happen to your daughter? Like, he couldn't be my friend. Like, you know, like, first of all, none of them could be my friend because still sharpen still, and that's my motto. Like, yo, if you can't sharpen my still, you can't get the fuck away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? In fact, if you're gonna dull my blade, definitely get the fuck away from me, because I don't want nothing to do with you. And you know what I mean? Because I gotta keep my sword on point, and my sword being my character, you know, my goals, my dreams, shit like that. You know what I mean? My family. You know what I'm saying? My friends. I keep so you know. Yeah, it's, you know. So, but like, yeah. I was wrong about the initial assumption and shit like that. I thought she was just some, you know, and it's so sad because it's like, and the more I think about it, it's like sad because I'm like, oh, it's just another hood rat story. That's what my original thought, like, yeah, nobody gives a fuck about that. Like, you know, and then after watching and doing it, you know, and I'm a truck driver, I got nothing better to do. I talk to my girl and you know, talk to a couple guys and keep it pushing, see the world. But yeah, to me, it's the father that deserves the ass whooping. Because it's like I was like, yo, you let somebody hurt your daughter like that? You let somebody make your daughter crash out? I know, because that's the one person, like you kept her straight only for her to fuck with her ain't shit dude. You know what I mean? And we're not talking money here, because I understand both of these people make a lot of money, but just because you make a lot of money, I say this all the time, it doesn't mean you're worth something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, he was supposed to, you know, he was supposed to completely step up, clean his image up, or leave her alone before she got pregnant. And this is something black people do. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about, I want to say this right. You know, I understand. Is there any way I can block this? No, I can't. Okay, I cannot block this. Okay. I'm not talking about the. Can I block it? Okay. And like, and I'm not talking about the horror. You know what I mean? I don't care about a horror story. You know what I mean? But that was a good girl, and he wasn't supposed to fuck her over. You know what I mean? That. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest, if that was somebody in my circle, I'll be like, yo, man, you ain't shit, nigga. I wouldn't trust you around my mother. I wouldn't trust you around my family, kids. I wouldn't trust you. You are literally ain't shit, man. Because you were supposed to leave shit alone that you can't. Like, you know, there's so many other things to play with. Why play with that one? You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. But yeah. The person I paid that for, oh shit, in their late 30s and early 40s to be like, yo, listen, at this point you gotta save face because you're fucking with an ain't shit dude. And I feel like women don't have that. Like, you know, if a nigga got a piece of shit baby mom, we already tell him, hey, yo, you know what? Just cough it up, pay child support, you know, and get work on yourself. If you got a whole ass girl, and yo, this is what you gotta do. Get out there as soon as you can. Do what you gotta do. I don't think women have that amongst each other. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it should be something that's simple. It should be some women that be like, yo, listen, man, you got a piece of, you don't have to save that nigga. Because this, by you saving an ain't shit nigga like that, and when I say ain't shit, I mean like character. Nah, you just gotta, at this point, you know, beat up the heartbroken girl. You know what I mean? You knew, cause I know he knew he couldn't have both. You couldn't have women like her. You can't have both. That's the honest to God fact. Everybody knows women like her, and I'm talking about good women. Cause you know, I did the research. I thought it was just, you know, like a Britney Spears situation. So I spoke on it before doing the research, and like I said, when I'm wrong, I'll have no problem apologizing. But women like her, you don't fuck up. I wouldn't even chill with somebody that would talk to a girl like that, and they don't have the intentions of marrying her. So that's my thoughts. I'ma just keep it real. I think, yo, you know, I think she should put the pressure on her father and be like, yo, you betrayed me, man. You made me do all the things right, and then you did not protect, because that's the number one thing you're supposed to protect. It's a woman's, your daughter's character and her heart. You know, this is the whole purpose of discipline and shit like that, because you know you cannot control, no disrespect, but you can't control her emotions. You know what I mean? You can't control a young lady's emotions, so you control the environment. But that's what I gotta say about it. So to me, the bitch ass motherfucker to me is the father, and the coward is the father, because when you create something so beautiful, you don't let it get hurt. And to me, that girl, she got a beautiful soul. She still got it, but she ain't gonna have it for long. I give her another 3 years, and hey, she's gonna be doing something. I don't know, but like, yeah, she's gonna be on something. But to me, the number one person that's at play is the father. All right, but